Male seals are heavyweight champions. Some seals, like elephant seals, are giants around 7,500 pounds or 3,000 kilograms. Just see this size comparison. You can guess just by looking at that they are among the biggest mammals on Earth. But females are usually small, around 5 times smaller. Normally, all the males and females live solitary lives in the ocean and gather together only during the breeding season. When it's mating season, the impulse rises, and the males arrive first in the breeding area and fight with each other to make their territory. Just around 10% of the males mark their own territory after a fierce battle, and the remaining 90% weak ones are forced to stay away somewhere around the corner. Then females arrive a few days later and choose the male who they see as the strongest. If a male sees someone interesting, he will forcefully drag them to his harem. Sometimes those forced ones are unwilling and too small, immature females. A single male can get as many as 100 females for his harem, and after all the females have gathered, male checks which ones are ready to give birth and which ones are fresh. Because most of the females were pregnant from previous mating, they need to give birth and take care of the calf for around 3 weeks. But for the fresh ones, the male engages in mating immediately. Since most of the females are already pregnant, the main mating ritual starts after the calves are around 4 weeks old. That is around February 14th, the Valentine's Day. From this time to the end of March, what they do is just mate. Male mates with all his harems turn by turn non-stop for 1 month around. The unwilling ones are forced into mating. First, he climbs over the unwilling female, immobilizes her in the position, and then starts mating. This may cause bone fractures and even death in some cases. Well, the small, immature ones are treated the same way. If any of his female tries to leave the harem during the mating season, the male will use force if necessary to keep her inside the territory. During the mating season, a male loses around 30% of his body weight. That's over 2,000 pounds. You can imagine the energy and intensity. And for those poor 90% of the guys, life plays it unfair. They have got just 1 or 2 to mate with, so they search for anyone. Literally anyone. Even males start to mate with other male. Bonk. Another species of seal, called the Antarctic seal, was documented mating with an emperor penguin, not once, but 4 times. Since the audience males try to copy the behavior of alpha males, researchers believe that seal and penguin mating will increase a lot in the near future too. After a month, females start to set for the ocean. These weak 90% are now the strongest, because, they mostly got 2, or let's say 2.5, and still have a lot of heat and energy left. So they catch the female during their departure and start the last resort mating. The Sigma males don't have much energy left and are weak, so they don't really care. The last resort happens violently. Well, you can guess why. After the last resort finishes with few damages and casualties, the females leave the place. They will gather again after 9 months. And,